On today's product review, we're going to look at this Stihl BR420C. Going to do a carb kit install on it from Hypa. So, should be relatively easy to do. A few bolts, which I'll show you. I'm going to show you all the parts and everything that's going to come with the carb kit, and what you can also change out in addition to the carburetor if that helps you out as well. So let's go ahead and get it in the garage. Let's go ahead and swap everything out. Alright, so our next blower here is a BR420C. Let me show you what comes in the kit. You have an air filter here, you got a fuel line, and spark plug, carb cleaning tools, and an Allen wrench, the carburetor itself, and then a grommet, a fuel filter, and a gasket inside. So, getting this carburetor off, what you have to do to get it off, there's a couple screws to take off an air filter on the left side over here, and then you have to come over here and take off a couple of screws right there. That screw right there, 2 carb screws, and then the backing plate. You have 4 screws for the pull rope over here, and then 2 screws on the top, 2 screws on the bottom to take this whole piece off. That allows us to access the carburetor. Let me go ahead and take care of that, get to where we're going to take the carb off. We also have to take off the spark plug wire there as well. Set that aside for now, and we will go ahead and put get to the point where it's time to take this carb off and put the new one on. So after you take off all them screws, you're left with this. You have this gasket here, which we're going to take off because it's pretty rough, and use the new one provided in the kit. So there we go. And then, so there's like a little air breather line attached here. There's only one fuel line here for this, so you'll take, there's a little clip snap ring here, it looks like, which we'll take off, and then we'll take the actual fuel line off, and we also have the throttle cable to deal with. So not too bad. These are easier than like the 600 and the 700 BRs in order to get them off. So let's see. All right, and then we're going to take the fuel line off. I'm just going to try and split it, and make sure you loosen the cap, otherwise you got pressure in the cap. It's going to come up and gas is going to go all over the place, so you don't want that. Let's see. So we need to take off this throttle cable here, which I guess it's all the way down because it's, yeah. So release the throttle cable so that you can get it off just like so. Now the old carb is off. We've got the new carb. We're going to go ahead and put it on here. Let's look at the gasket situation. So there is a gasket on the back side of this carburetor here, which means we will replace that. Let's see. So to put this on, there's a little bit of a gasket sandwich you have to contend with. You have the gasket on the back needs to have the holes in it. The gasket on the front, I don't think really matters if it has holes in it or not for the fuel. But we'll get the throttle cable up in here, and then what we're going to do now is see if we can make this sandwich work. So let me grab the bolts for the carburetor, the big long ones here. I'm going to grab one to start. We'll slide that one through all of the gaskets and everything. And then we'll get the other one. Slide it through as well. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright. So we've done that, and then we're just going to bolt everything back like it was, pretty much. I've already put the fuel line and stuff back on as well, so that's good. Again, a third bolt down here. Put your cover on, 2 4 bolts there, and then 3 for your pull rope, and then you put your air filter on, and you put those 2 bolts on right there. And so after we do that, we should be able to try to start this, and hopefully this one runs as well. Alright, so I figured it'd take a few pulls to get this one going, that's why I didn't film it, but I literally threw the choke on, pulled it about 3 times, and it fired right up. So let's see might have to choke it one more time here. Or did I? Oh, I got the switch off. There we go. So there we go, guys. That is everything on this Hypa carb kit for the Stihl BR420C and other like blowers. As y'all saw, it works really, really well, and brought this blower, which was thought to have low compression, back to life, which is great. So thank you all again very much for watching. Hopefully y'all found this video helpful and informative. These Hypa carb kits work great. I've used them for a while, and 95% of the time you plug and play and they're ready to go. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all on the next product review.